Hey yo guys, what's good, what's happening, what's going on? Got to thinking about something pretty cool, but I can't control my voice. Ugh. Don't you just hate it when your pre-workout doesn't quite blend? And you drink it and you take powder into the back of the throat and it just leaves a ticklish spot back there. Feels like COVID, but it just makes you more hyper. Anyway, guys, I got to thinking about something. Like in 2 weeks, I go back to the office, right? That means this workstation over here is going to be vacant because Lappy's coming out and I'm going into the office and I'm like, what am I going to do with that? And then I remembered my new laptop supports USB-C DisplayPort mode. On Amazon for like 40 bucks, you can buy a USB docking station. She knows. Where you can plug in like USB mouse, USB keyboard, display monitors, all sorts of fun stuff. You can even power it off the USB hub because that laptop can receive power through the USB port as well as through its power adapter. Pretty sweet. So I got to thinking, why not make another battle station? Like I was really thinking that maybe I'll just hook it up over there and use it as an extra computer. Because right now it's just sitting in the bag. I got my drone in my laptop bag, my laptop in my laptop bag, and this weekend a camera in the laptop bag. So I figured, why not maybe set it up and I can use it for video editing or whatever. So that's an option that's pretty cool that you can do with these modern laptops with USB-C. That's my last break of the day. I got off a little late. I got to get back to work in 9 minutes or so, but whatever. It is what it is. Right, meow face? Mouse. Obviously, the laptop isn't as powerful as my desktop, even though my desktop's kind of tomato soup. That's okay. I was looking online on Newegg, and I don't like the strat they use. They use the same strat as Amazon. They had some 3700Xs on for like 424, but the problem is they're shipped out of China, which means they'll probably get here next year. So I was kind of hoping Newegg had some in stock. So I put myself on the reminder list that if they do get some in stock to let me know, and we'll go from there. But otherwise, yep, I'm just gonna basically not buy the 3700X. Because I was looking at the 3700X, the 3600X, and the 3800X. But that board of mine, it's an old Fatality B350 board, K4, with the BIOS updates, which I have downloaded. I just got to bring it up to 5.4 and then 5.8. It'll support Ryzen 3rd generation, no problem. And I watched a video on YouTube of a guy doing this exact same upgrade. He had the brand new Fatality series. Well, it wasn't brand new. It was he got it and he never used it because he's a tech reviewer and he just never got around to it. So then he was wondering if the old B350 could handle a 3950X. You know, one of those great big 16 core processors, or 3900, sorry, 12 core processors, whatever. So he did all the updates, stoved it in there, and surprisingly enough, it actually worked flawlessly. Well, about as flawlessly as a processor can work on a super old chipset. And he had no problems. Like it worked pretty good. Obviously, you stick that processor on a better board, like, you know, a 570 or a B550, and you'll get more jam out of it because the 550 is optimized for those better processors. But in the end, it actually worked out pretty damn good. So I was like, well, you know what? Maybe that could be a solution. Instead of going out and buying a whole new editing rig, just upgrade the processor, get some more video through output, and I could probably render faster. And that'd be sweet, because rendering faster means, well, you're not waiting around so long. So what else do you want it to mean? Just had to help the dog inside. He had his leash wrapped around a big chunk of ice. I broke up my sidewalk using the round mouth shovel, which is hanging right there. Also, I parked my truck over a bit so that the sun can beat away on the rest of the snow on the driveway and clear it. So my driveway is pretty much clear now, which is pretty friggin' awesome. I do have to say so myself. Well, I don't have to say it, but I'm gonna, so you heard it. And welcome to the circle of life or whatever. So anyway, what time is it? Oh yeah, it's about time you guys like and subscribe. Okay, cool. But in reality, tonight after work, I'm going to be putting in a workout. Going to do the back biceps and abs. Tomorrow's a leg day. Dreading it. And then, yeah, after that, we're going to take a rip to the grocery store and get some noms. Because I kind of need them in my life. I'm not sure what time Food Basics close at tonight, so we'll have to figure that one out. But definitely going to do the back workout. Doing OMAD now. I think I mentioned that in a previous vlog. So 1 meal a day. Yay, yay. And then, yeah, so I haven't eaten anything today. Tonight we're having chicken and probably cabbage. I love having cabbage, man. That stuff's awesome. You can have huge amounts of it. And it's like no friggin' calories. Like you can have 600 grams and it's like under 100 calories. And it fills you right up. Probably one of the best vegetables you can have with meat, in my mind. You can have broccoli, but broccoli's boring. Cabbage you can like fry it in the air fryer and you put it underneath the meat, and then all the grease from the meat seeps off into the cabbage and it makes it taste just so much better. Okay, well in my mind it does. I think tonight while I'm at Food Basics, I might look at cabbage and get another head because I don't have much left on that one. So I'm thinking we're gonna go pick up a whole bunch of chicken breast. Hopefully they have some left in the barrel. And then we're gonna grab a whole bunch, well, maybe a head or two of cabbage, and we'll make cabbage steaks and chicken for the upcoming. And that way there, we can keep it high protein, low carbs, low fat, and roll that for 2 weeks and see what the outcome is. Here's hoping for a good outcome. Anyway, I gotta get back in there. Work is calling. Not really, but kind of, sort of. Alrighty guys, work is done. Workout's done. Dinner is cooked. And it's done. Let's go ahead and grab some noms, plate it, eat it, and go get some noms. It sounds funny, I know, because that's the exact process for tonight. That is my exact process for tonight. Oh man, when Nikki sent the leftovers back from the cabin, she gave me these really cool little bowls and they fit on my freaking scale so perfectly, and I can see the display, and it just makes it so much easier to measure out the weight of stuff. It's awesome. All right, tonight's dinner brought to you by probably not many calories, but that's okay because I'll finish it off with protein shakes. It's all right. It's okay. Everything's good. How you guys doing? Oh man, just when we finally got rid of all that damn snow, this shows up on my phone. Friggin' mix of snow, ice pellets, and freezing rain on Wednesday. And it's gonna go straight through to Thursday, Friday, and potentially Saturday. Guess that's good for the people who want to ski, but it's not good for the people who don't want to do their freaking driveway again. See, this is the reason why I never took the Trans Am out, because all that stuff down there is going to be gone. By that I mean the green, not the white. Anyway guys, going to go do some shopping, but as I'm coming down the stairs, I realize I really need to have a poop. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have a poop. Okay, right back. I don't know if it was the cabbage or what, but man, you ever take a friggin' multivitamin on an empty stomach? That's how I feel right now. Queasy. Not gonna throw up, but man, feeling like I ate a multivitamin on an empty gut. Now, I know I don't need to bring my mask, but I'm so used to bringing it that I'm just gonna put it around my neck because they did say some places might request it. So I'm still gonna bring it just in case. Oreo, you gotta move. Just in case I get in there and they're like, "Sir, we still require masks in this location." Then at least I can comply. I'm not looking to cause any problems. Jesus, Murphy, I go into the kitchen, the cat runs into the friggin' entranceway. I go into the entranceway, the cat runs back into the kitchen. Crazy. All right, let's go get some groceries. I want to talk about my thought about the gaming computer and what I might be able to do to fix it up. Like, man, this is awesome. My driveway is pretty much... I parked the truck over there, like I said, to melt the snow. The fire pit is completely open now. Mind you, there's a minefield here that you would not want to traverse. Very dangerous, indeed. I haven't seen the rabbits in a long time. They've been pretty much gone since they stripped the whole bottom friggin' 4 feet off my cedar hedges. Crazy little bastards. Even my driveway, like, this is coming down nicely. In front of my door is clear. In front of my window is clear. This will be all gone if this keeps up very, very, very soon. Like, that's friggin' awesome. Friggin' awesome indeed. So let's jump in the truck. We'll head to Food Basics and pick up some food. Because, well, that's what you do at a grocery store. Oh, there comes that queasy feeling back again. Oh, man. So not happy with this. Man, I'm so used to wearing my winter jacket that I have no idea where to friggin' put the lapel mic on this one. All right, fire in the hole. Let's get out of here. I wouldn't say this normally, but I'm going to say it now. I'm actually kind of happy that it's overcast tonight because right now the sun would be at eye level and we'd be blind. Well, I'd be blind. You guys will probably see fine, but you're not driving the car. I am. And if you're hearing something in the back that sounds like wobble, 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 it's not my truck. I totally have Logan's friggin' shovel back there still from when we went ice fishing in the winter when I got lost on the lake. I forgot he threw it in the truck and it was snowing heavily. And it got buried, and I forgot it was in there. I was supposed to drop it off at Waylon's house. And it slipped my mind because I didn't see it as I was getting to the truck. And then after this weekend camping, or cottaging, or whatever we're going to call it, all of a sudden, I'm like, I look in the box of the truck, and I'm like, oh, my snow's gone. Oh, man, I forgot Logan's shovel. So, Logan, if you're watching this and you're wondering where your shovel is, I still have it, in case you're wondering. Now you know. But yeah, I got to thinking about the gaming computer, and the frame rate drops. And I was like, what if, when I start OBS, I minimize it? So the graphics card doesn't have to render the game twice, pretty much. Render it once while playing it, and then render it again on a separate screen. And I could even go one step further set up a laptop to monitor the comments from, and that way there I don't have Google Chrome open, so it's preventing the use of RAM. Mind you, I kind of want to run a test on the RAM in the gaming rig, and then a test on the RAM in the editing rig, because I know I got 16 gigs of DDR4 in there, but I don't know the total speed. And if the gaming rig and the editing rig are the same, my brain dead idea is I want to bring the editing rig up to 32 gigs of RAM, or 64, is I'll order 2 16 gig sticks for the gaming rig. But you know what? That gaming rig is kind of obsolete. i7 6700, don't need to invest money into it. But like I said, the RAM can be reused, so wouldn't be that big of a deal. But then I could take the 16 gigs out of there. The problem with the gaming rig is the motherboard that CyberPower used when they built that computer was a micro ATX. See, if I would have ordered that computer, that's one thing I was looking on CyberPower, because I was thinking, like, well, how much could it cost? Maybe they got a good deal out there or something, or I don't know. But right now, at the price of silicone and all that, there's no such thing as good deals. But I was checking to see if, like, they had some sort of a deal with, like, you know, a decent i5 or a Ryzen 5600 or anything with a gaming rig, and they super don't. So I was like, well, worst case, if I decided later on to get a motherboard and a processor, get one of those upgrade bundles from Newegg with a board and a processor, I could just gut the i7 6700 out with the motherboard, and then just put all my shit into the Ryzen board. And then if the video card prices ever happen to drop miraculously, some people are saying this war in Russia is going to cause some disturbance with Bitcoin. Oh, that feels good. And it's supposed to drop the price of video cards, because it's gonna, see, when Bitcoin's hot, the video card prices go up. When Bitcoin's not so hot, the video card prices drop just drastically. And if Bitcoin drops, people lose their interest in mining, video card prices drop, and then next thing you know, boom shakalaka, you can pick up a gaming card for dirt cheap. Do not enter. Okay. Now they're forcing us to go through this way all the time? That's lame. So I figure if I have less shit on the screen working away, that's less for the processor to work on, and the more it'll have for doing things like, oh, I don't know, rendering a video game. And I'll explain my theory behind this once I get back from getting groceries. Burb. All right, we're back. I'd say it feels weird shopping without wearing a mask. But I'll tell you one thing. I wasn't expecting anybody commenting on it. Sitting in line at Food Basics, by the way, I couldn't get chicken because they were sold out. They're not getting another shipment till tomorrow. And I don't feel like coming back here tomorrow, so I said screw it, and just went and got myself some steak and some chicken thighs, which is good enough. But I'm waiting in line, and there's a guy in front of me wearing a mask, and he's like, hey man, like, you got the mask around your neck, why don't you just do the rest of us a favor, man, and like put it on your face? And I'm like, excuse me? And he's like, yeah man, like, why don't you just do us all a favor and put it on your face? And I'm like, I brought it in case the store made me put it on, not a customer. Go away. You know, you don't have to wear them anymore. You don't need to preach it to people. Quit trying to be a social justice hero. Nobody cares. Go about your business. Frig off. But honestly, I thought there was going to be a lot more resistance out there. Like, there was a lot of people in the store tonight wearing masks. There was no sign at the door saying to wear it. I'm pretty sure people are still wearing them out of habit, because, you know, we just went 2 years of being forced to wear them every time you go into a place that's indoors, that it's just natural now for people to mask up. And I'm sure some other people are wearing it because they are high risk, and, you know, it gives them a bit of protection. But like, honestly, I'm sick of the friggin' masks. I'll bring it with me, like I said, just in case something happens where they're like, oh, our establishment requires masks because of whatever friggin' reason. Like, we deal with a lot of seniors or some shit. $1.81 for gas. I would be excited about that, but it still sucks. I had some mints on my drive to the grocery store. They kind of settled my stomach, so I'm hoping the same is going to happen on the drive back. I'm telling you, I got the worst gut rot right now. It's unbelievable. I think I had too much cabbage or something. Definitely not sitting right with the old bidet. But as for the gaming rig, I have a couple ideas of ways we can try and squeeze a bit more performance out of it so we don't waste money on upgrading it, because I got other things that are more important to me that I want to get, like, oh, my 3D printer, which next pay I'm going to pick that up because it's $400. And like I said, we got, well, the Pride Ski thing this Saturday is a paid event. I'm getting paid to go there and be a videographer. So that's pretty cool. I don't know how much money I'm getting, but I know I'm getting paid. So that'll be an extra little bit of change towards the 3D printer. And and I plan on getting it because then I can use it to start making some interesting things, some fun things, some useful things, some Thingiverse things. Could be pretty cool, could be pretty awesome. Man, so many cars I drove by tonight had dead headlights. Hopefully my headlight doesn't die, because if you ever had to change them on these trucks, man, might as well just rip the whole front end off. It's ridiculous. If they ever blow, I'm putting LEDs in because I never want to have to change them again. All right, guys, I'm almost home. I'll chime back in once there, okay? Peace. Hey, I got 4 of these Dole salads. Because what I'm going to do is probably steak and salads. I was going to do steak and chicken, mix it together into a single bowl, throw in the dressing, mix it up, and away you go, but it doesn't really work out when you don't have the right chicken. So I say frig it. Gotta let the dog in. Here comes Honky. He was all excited, jumping around like an idiot. Now he's honking away. Also, I got, this is the steaks. I remember I used to pay like $13 for this exact pack of steaks. Where you get 3 of these, like the grand total weight of this is 0.987 kilograms. So it's just under 2 pounds. And it's $20 a kilo. $20 a kilo, people. That's ridiculous. We'll put that in there. They're not even good cuts of meat either, but I guess beggars can't be choosers. And then I bought a big old dirty pack of chicken thighs. I like the thighs better. They got more fat on them, so it's not a leaner cut. So for keto, that's what you want in life. And that's my grocery haul. Thanks for coming out. Bye. Hey guys, so I just edited up a bunch of videos, watching some YouTube. My buddy shared a video from YouTube of Jack Black and Jimmy Fallon doing a rendition of More Than Words. And it was pretty friggin' awesome, I do have to say so myself. Like, Jack Black is one of my favorite artists, actors and musicians, and the guy's friggin' awesome. But you know what? I gotta go poop. Well, that destruction was needed. Jesus Murphy, let me tell you. Holy. I don't know, man. Either the cabbage has gone bad or something, but all I know is the cat threw more dog food in the freaking water. Dang it. I was also supposed to move the cat litter box tonight, and it completely slipped my mind. I'll do that tomorrow. I got to clean up that area anyway and get it ready for the cat litter box so that we can get it out of here and maybe get Honky to stop honking. See if that solves the problem. It could also be that it's super dry in here and it wasn't dry at the cabin. So I don't freaking know. But one thing I do know is that, you know, I was talking earlier about upgrading the editing rig and all that. One of the problems I was having with the editing rig is after about 5 days of using it, the Ethernet card just randomly turns off. So I tried some stuff. I updated some drivers, some chipsets, some Ethernet controllers, and the BIOS is updated to 5.8, which works fine with the old Ryzen, but it's now compliant with the new Ryzen. I basically updated it to the latest, even though the website says, if your computer is functioning properly, do not update your BIOS. And I was like, I know if it ain't broken, don't fix it. But it's kind of broken because it works for a bit and then it just stops. Then you restart the computer and it's fine for a couple days and then it stops. And I'd like to say that started after I was Bitcoin mining on it, but no, it was doing that before. Like back in the day when I go like 5 days of editing and I knew it was chunking out the moment when you would go to render, and instead of doing 130 frames a second on the render, it would only do like 20. And for some reason there was processes in RAM that were just consuming data, like Chrome would stay open. Now I fixed Chrome by going in and modifying a bunch of the settings so that now it doesn't stay running in the background. It doesn't pre-fetch pages because I hate that feature. Like, okay, I get it. Back in the day, the internet was slow. We kind of needed that. Some people live in rural areas and they don't quite have the 1.5 gigabit line that I have in the house. So they kind of need it to pre-fetch. Jesus, Murphy, my cat's running around like a maniac again. Anyway, they kind of need it to pre-fetch. So it downloads the website. Like it'll guess, like if you're typing in like, I don't know, Canadian Tire, it'll guess that you're planning on clicking on the Canadian Tire link, and it'll already go and pre-fetch the site and preload it in memory, so that when you click on the link, it looks like it loaded super fast, or at least most of it will be there. It will load super fast. Problem is it'll grab other websites too that are close to it. Like if you look up Canadian, it'll go, okay, Canadian Tire, Canadiana Tractor Company, I don't know, I can't even think of other Canadian things, Canadian government, and it'll go and pre-fetch all these sites, CBC News and stuff like that, like the Canadian Broadcasting Center. It'll go and pre-fetch these sites and preload them in memory, and it's kind of annoying. It's very annoying. So it used to, like when I would have Chrome open, I'd be on YouTube, watching YouTube on it, I'd have Facebook going, would you seriously stop, dude? It's not 3 a.m. yet. Freaking cat's running around like a crazy maniac. But like, I'd have YouTube open, I'd have Facebook open, and Chrome would be using like 3 gigs of RAM, no problem. Now with YouTube open and Facebook open, it uses like 600 megabytes, which is still kind of brutal, but way the frig better, like 5 times better than what it used to use. So I figured, okay, well I fixed that. Maybe the less RAM being used, it'll stop this stupid nonsense with the computer like stalling out the network card, because you actually watch in the bottom right hand corner where it shows the little Ethernet connector, and I am on Ethernet, not on Wi-Fi on the desktop. It'll show it as a globe, as in local host only, because it disconnects the Ethernet. Then you give it 5 minutes and it comes back, and sometimes it doesn't. You restart the computer and it comes back. The reason why I don't like restarting the computer very often is that stupid monitor I have on there. Sometimes you restart it and your reds are blues and your blues are reds. I don't know what component in the monitor is doing that, but the easy fix is you unplug the power supply from it, you plug it back in, and lo and behold, it has right colors. So, kudos. It's like one day I'll replace that monitor, but I'm so cheap, guys, that I'm going to just keep unplugging it and plugging it back in until the one day I go to plug it back in and it doesn't turn back on. And even then, I'll probably slap it a couple times and try and get it to turn it back on. I'm not that person who will sit there and get annoyed by something not working right. I'll basically use something until it's completely dead. And then when it's completely dead, I'll try my best to get it back up and running and keep using it. Like, it's so bad. And it's not like I couldn't go out and buy a $150 monitor and replace it. I just don't want to. Like, I've gone, like, when you've gone from making good money where you can afford to actually go out and do that, and then you have your job stripped from you, and you're brought down to this state where you can barely afford to live, and you're choosing between gas and food, it puts you in a new mindset, like a survival mindset of needs versus wants. Would I want a new monitor? Sure. Do I need a new monitor? No, because I can make this one work for me, and that's what I've been doing. So you tend to not splurge on things if you can get around the problem and adapt and make it work for you. Do I need gas for my truck? Yes, because I got to get to and from work. Do I need food to survive? Theoretically, I do, but I can penny pinch there too, which is pretty good. Do I need a 3D printer? No, but that's a want that I want for an operation that, if things go the way I want, could turn into a business opportunity. You never know. You never know. You design some slamming bait, it kicks ass and it catches the right person's eyes, and they all of a sudden they want the master for it, and you turn around and you flip that master for a good chunk of change. Boom shakalaka, you're in it to win it. So, a lot of people don't realize that. Not saying it could happen, but it could happen. Like, I've seen people who have produced products in the past and managed to sell their trademark to it or whatever, their blueprints, and they walked away with some nice change. Or you get licensing rights. Like, okay, all right, Rapala, you like my new crankbait design or my new this design that does something that yours doesn't do, and you want to own it. Okay, no problem. I want X amount of dollars up front and 5 points off every sale. And then you have an income that you no longer have to deal with. Literally, you're just collecting a check every month from their sales. Like, if it's a real slamming bait and it does real good, you're making money off every sale until they stop making that bait, or they basically re-engineer it and change it enough where it's no longer the likeness of yours, and then they don't owe you shit, which is also something that happens. But like I'm saying, like, You never know unless you try, man. You miss every shot you don't take, so figure it out. And even just making baits for myself is a lot cheaper, like I said. This is $10 and a gallon of plastisol. Actually, a startup kit to start up making baits is $100, and that comes with the injector, a gallon of plastisol, 5 different colors. There's other crap it comes with too, and I can't remember what it is, but it's like $100 just to get started with the injectors and all that. Get a couple molds, print a couple molds. If you're really good with silicone, build a couple top pour molds, and you can produce your own freaking baits right at home in your microwave. Don't recommend doing it indoors, but you know, you can do whatever the hell you want. It's your house. I don't care. But like I say, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Always look for opportunity. Always do your best, and you never know. One day, a shot could make you. So just give it your go. That's literally it, you know? It's like me last year. I applied for many jobs and I didn't get them. But if I didn't take that shot, I definitely wouldn't have got them. And it's kind of funny because one of the jobs I applied for was an IT position. And they've been, every time they hire somebody, they last like 2-3 weeks. Then they quit because they can't take the stress of the job. And my buddy's the tier 2 there. They're looking for a tier 1, an entry level, to basically, I was at the college, to basically help the professors and everybody else, the faculty and all that, with their computer troubles, so tier 2 can work on the bigger things. And I applied for it 3 times, and all 3 times I was told no. And then I actually got an email the other day from one of the guys on the panel who was like, you know what, we feel real bad that we didn't give you a chance to come in here. You know, we called your references, and they all spoke so highly of you. What do you say? You want to be a part of the team? And I'm like, actually, no, I don't. And they're like, why? I'm like, well, because I just got a real sick job and I'm literally making almost double what you guys are offering. So I'm good. I'm good where I'm at. Thank you very much. And they're kind of upset because they're having a hell of a time filling that position. But hey, it is what it is, man. And I knew that job was going to be stressful, but that's where I fly. My job right now is not stressful. You wouldn't believe how much they let us just calm and if you're stressed out, if you need to take a break, just put yourself in a code and take 5 to regroup, to go over your next plan, your next ticket, your next call, your next whatever. Just take time. Just relax. It's all good. And I'm just go, 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 go. I hammer. Like in the morning, I basically got to do my old job, which is fielding calls and fixing problems. But now that I have this new super user account, I can fix every problem that comes in because I have the access to, which is ballin'. But after that, all I have to do is fix the problems that are assigned to me. So I literally make the job stressful for myself because that's how I function best. And it works the best for me. So I would have been great in that atmosphere. But where I am now is perfect. Like, this job's a lifer job now. I could probably hold on to this till the end of days, and that'll be pretty sweet because, let me tell you, I'm having a good time. I actually look forward to going to work now. Like, before, I didn't really look forward to going to work. And if you're wondering why there's toilet paper on the stove, it's because I don't buy Kleenex to blow my nose. I just buy the biggest damn bag of toilet paper, and I use it to wipe my butt or blow my nose. And in the winter, when it gets super dry in this house, yeah, you can imagine that boogers collect up your snout. Blowing the nose happens a lot. Look at me letting you know about my money-saving tricks on not buying snot rags. Just buy a whole boatload of toilet paper and use it for both purposes. I'm telling you guys, penny pinch. But ever since I lost that job with Onterra, and I took the job at the call center where literally I was making like $11 an hour. It was literally like making a third of what I made at Onterra. It was pathetic. Trying to run this house and all that. And then the job at the vape shop, which was $13 an hour. It's like, it was so brutal. It was rough. And I keep thinking about that. Even when I got on contract at my old job, I kept thinking like, okay, how long is this going to last before I lose it? Like, how long are they just going to be like, okay, we're done. You guys are done because you're contract workers and you're temporary. We can just X you. And that was always in my mind. So I was really, really, really stingy with my money. And even now, now I'm making good money and I can afford to do stuff, but I still got in my mind that what if something happens where they decide that they don't need all this this manpower and they just start axing people. Like, I'm good at my job. I've proven myself. I'm always offering solutions to fix problems. Like, we have this major situation happening right now, and I've provided more methods of fixing it and information on what's causing it, and helped the higher ups to formulate a problem, like a solution, than anybody else I know on the team. So, but I still have that in my head because anybody can be replaced. But, you know, that's one of the fears. If you live like that, you'll always be in a state of survival. And that's why I like going out and just blowing money. I just can't do it. That's why I like this 3D printer. I have the money for it right now. I don't have to wait till next paycheck. But I do kind of want to build a nest egg in my account. So if something does happen, I have a bit of cash to fall back on. And like even large purchases like the laptop, for instance, yeah, it was only $749. But like I had a payment from YouTube come in. I had $300 that my parents gave me for my birthday. I had $150 in Bitcoin that I cashed out. So between everything, and then I had some, what did I have money from before? I had some money from something else. I can't remember now. Anyway, I had some money from something else that I just literally had to spend a little bit of my bank money to get the laptop. Now, have I used it a lot? No, not really, but I didn't really use the 2500 too much either. So literally I wanted that laptop for mobile video editing. So like when we're filming the Pound Abbeys, I can edit them on site and get a couple of them banged off so I can give them to Jason and away we go. But we end up going so freaking late that by the time it comes time for me to do the editing, they all want to go to bed. So I just shut her down and go to bed, or I come home and then edit them on the big rig, which I'm fine with doing. So, but yeah, that's the reason why. It's like when you see me wanting to make a purchase, like I don't even know if I'm going to buy a kayak this year. I'm still contemplating that thought. Like, do I need it? How much am I going to go out fishing? Like, now that I have a girlfriend, she's going to be here, I'm going to be there. When I'm there, we're going to be bank fishing. Like, with me and her son, we're going to go out bank fishing in the lakes of Muskoka. You know, how much would I actually use the kayak? Is it a good investment? Probably not. So that's why I'm like, and then I got to store the damn thing. I got to like, it's just, it's a lot of bullshit. You know, like if I built another shed in the backyard, like I was saying there, build somewhere to store the ATV. Like once I get that, yeah, she told me what it is. It's called the Polaris Bush King Trail Boss. Polaris Trail Boss. That's the name of the ATV. Polaris Trail Boss. So now at least we know what the heck it is. And she said the other ATV is a kid's ATV. It's like a really small one. Probably one of those 90cc Chinese ones, but that could be kind of fun too, to do stupid stuff on. So she's going to let me have them both to play with and see if I can get them working. And if I can, they're mine, do whatever the hell I want with them. The Trail Boss, definitely, that one there will be used for ice fishing next year to basically get out on the ice further. And the mini quad can be used for, hell, I don't know. They probably wouldn't even support my weight. I'll probably get on it and the suspension will bottom out. Yeah, it could be, that'll be a fun video to do with you guys. By video, I mean a live stream, because this thing can live stream, this GoPro. So we'll have to give that a try too. And that way there I can use my mic, keep the battery going. I can just run battery packs off of it. What are you doing? Yeah, you're meowing. Anyway, guys, I'm going to go ahead and shut her down here. It's friggin' late o'clock. I need to get to bed. Tomorrow's another day. I got all my tickets done, so tomorrow I only have to deal with whatever they give me. That's been like my new goal at the end of every shift, is to have all my tickets done. And I had one left today, but right at like 3:55, the client contacted me. So I was like, you know what? Let's see if I can just crank this one off right now. And I had a fix going, but it was taking time. So I was like, okay, well, I'll tell you what, I'll contact you tomorrow morning and you can say yay or nay. And then after my workout, I went upstairs, logged back into my computer, and she sent me a message saying, oh my God, you did it. You fixed it. You're amazing. Thank you. And I'm like, sweet. So tomorrow I can just log in and terminate the ticket. So that's been my thing, was not to have tickets left over the next day. Try and resolve them on first contact. And so far I've been nailing it, because one of the things they look for is how long does it take you to resolve a ticket? And I want to have that metric super friggin' low. Show off, be the best of the best and let them know what they have on their team so that they realize that they have a gem and they need to hang on to them, right? Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video. If you did, click that like button. Any questions, comments, concerns, down below the going on. Until next time, guys, live it to win it. Peace the frig out. Sit, stupid, sit. Good dog.